An open microphone caught President Obama asking Russian President Dmitry Medvedev for space, basically for more time on the issue of the missile defense system in Europe. The reason for that space? Election year politics. Part of this exchange was captured on camera as reporters and cameras entered the room where the presidents had been speaking for 90 minutes in a formal one-on-one meeting. The reporters and the cameras coming in for a photo op at the end of that meeting. Here's the exchange.
This is my last election for you. Yeah, after my election, I have more flexibility. Yep. Okay. I understand.
Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a Trumpet for My People. Today is February 7th, 2019. And I'm going to put some information together for you, a timeline of the nuclear plan to destroy Israel. This is a nuclear timeline. We're going to go back to March 27th and March 28th, 2012. In Korea, when Barack Obama said on an open mic that he would have more flexibility after the election. This statement took place at a nuclear security summit. So when he is talking about having more flexibility after the election, the event or the location of where they are and what is happening is of key importance. This is a nuclear security summit. So we have the Korean Nuclear Summit, this Obama-Mike gaffe, March 27th in Korea, with the news coming between March 27th and 28th. The news was out about what had happened in Korea, what Obama said in an open mic, and this collusion with the Russians at this nuclear summit. Daniel 9:27. He shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. In the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation. And that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. So we have a confirming of a covenant, a collusion between Barack Obama and Russia. This taking place on March 27th and 28th, 2012. And according to Daniel 9:27, after the confirming of the covenant, we add 3.5 years in the midst of the week, 1,260 days. So if we go from March 28th, 2012, when the news came out about this Obama-Mike gaffe at this nuclear summit, a confirmation of the covenant, adding 1,260 days, brings us to September 9th, 2015. So before we look at what took place on September 9th, 2015, the most important item about this Mike gaffe is that it was at a nuclear security summit.
President Barack Obama achieved perhaps the greatest foreign policy victory of his 6 years in office on Thursday, when a Republican-backed effort to kill the Iran nuclear agreement was narrowly blocked in the U.S. Senate, clearing the way for the deal's implementation. 40 Democrats and 2 independents voted to block a resolution disapproving of the pact in the 100-member chamber, one more than the minimum needed to keep it from advancing. This vote is a victory for diplomacy, for American national security, and for the safety and security of the world, Obama said in a statement after a vote he termed an historic step forward.
So it was on September 9th, 2015, that the Democrats handed the victory to Obama on the Iran nuclear deal. September 9th, 2015. The news came out the next day, September 10th, 2015. Senate Democrats delivered a major victory to President Obama when they blocked a Republican resolution to reject a 6-nation nuclear accord with Iran on Thursday, ensuring the landmark deal will take effect without a veto showdown between Congress and the White House. So this was the moment when the Iran nuclear deal was completely and fully authorized and put into place, because there was no more showdown. The veto showdown had been canceled, and Democrats handed the victory to Obama on the Iran nuclear deal based on the vote that took place on September 9th, 2015. Daniel 12:11. From the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. So let's look at this Obama plan to destroy Israel through the Iran nuclear deal. Abomination of desolation. The plan to desolate Israel. September 9th, 2015. From the time that the abomination is set up, there shall be 1,290 days. September 9th, 2015 plus 1,290 days. September 9th, 2015. Obama victory, the abomination of the Iran nuclear deal, September 9th, 2015 plus 1,290 days brings us to March 22nd, 2019. March 22nd is Shushan Purim. Shushan Purim, the story of Purim, takes place in Persia, Iran. The battles fought between the Jews and their enemies throughout the Persian Empire took place on 13 Adar. Around the world, the Jews rested and celebrated on the following day, 14 Adar, in the capital city of Shushan. However, there were a great number of Jew haters. The fighting continued for 2 days, 13 and 14 Adar. The victory celebrations in Shushan were thus held on the 15th. When the holiday of Purim was set for the 14th of Adar, the sages instituted that Shushan residents perpetually observe Purim on the 15th of Adar, the day when the Shushanite Jews celebrated. The 15th of Adar is hence known as Shushan Purim. Purim in Persia. Shushan is the capital of Persia, the capital of Iran. This story and the calendar can be found in Esther chapter 9, verses 13, 14, and 18. And this year, Shushan Purim lands on March 22nd, 2019. It's the day of Skull and Bones 322. It's the day that the Georgia Guidestones 322, March 22nd, were erected. The Georgia Guidestones were erected on March 22nd. The 10 Commandments of the New World Order. The first commandment being the depopulation of the earth. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. March 22nd, 2019. So here is a nuclear timeline. From the Nuclear Security Summit and the Open Mic Gaffe, March 28th, 2012. Adding 1,260 days brings us to Obama victory based on the Democratic vote. The Iran nuclear deal is sealed September 9th, 2015. And adding 1,290 days to that brings us to March 22nd, 2019. I want to remind everybody that the timeline that we have of Barack Obama from the time of his Nobel Peace Prize that took us by 1,260 days to Obama in Israel, the abomination on March 22nd, 2013, 1,290 days to Obama back in Israel for the Persia funeral, and 45 more days brings us to the beginning of the Revelation 12 sign. I want to remind everybody that this timeline began at the Nobel Peace Prize, and Obama's award was given for commitment to nuclear non-proliferation. So the Daniel timelines that are shown for us to give us understanding about who the Antichrist is and when he will be revealed is all connected to the Antichrist coming in peaceably and his award for commitment to nuclear non-proliferation. So, what is important for us to understand is that the Iran nuclear deal, when Obama gave who knows how many billions of dollars, $500 billion or $50 billion to Iran in cash, this connection to the Obama victory on the Iran nuclear deal by 1,290 days, leading us to Purim in Persia, Shushan Purim, is a connection between the Iran nuclear deal and Purim. Purim took place in Persia. So here is this amazing connection that leads us from Iran to Purim, which took place in Iran, a nuclear deal, another timeline connected to a nuclear deal. The Obama Nobel Peace Prize was a nuclear deal. And the Iran nuclear deal, adding 1,290 days, brings us to March 22nd, 2019, Purim in Persia, Shushan Purim. Blessed is he that waits and comes to the 1,305 days. If we have a timeline that leads us to day 1290, then we might need to understand what day 1335 will be, depending on what happens on March 22nd. If March 22nd is the day for nuclear war and the depopulation of the earth, then 45 days later is May 6th, 2019, just 1 week before the 71st anniversary of the rebirth of Israel. 70 weeks are determined. So here is the nuclear timeline. I pray you are blessed tonight. This is Steve Fletcher with the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.